Yo, what up, YouTube? Just wanted to make a quick video about my Boneshatter Soul Self Found character in 3.22 Ancestor League. Just going over the gear. It's a pretty well-rounded character. Here we have Uber Maven. It is using a Mage Blood, so as you can see, Granite, Topaz, Ruby, Sapphire Flasks. I think I'm using Armor, attack speed, curse reduction, and corrupted blood immunity is my suffixes. And Progenesis, obviously, best flask in the game, especially for Boneshatter, because it helps you be a lot more tanky and survive your own Boneshatter. So, yeah. Let's go, I guess. Well, I'm gonna have this video posted if you want to see the full Uber Maven, but let's go over to the POB. Just go over the defense layers, I guess. So you can see the hit pool is pretty high, and that's without even Progenesis enabled. So enable Progenesis goes up quite a bit. Figuration, Frenzy charges, I am getting those on Uber bosses. This character is kind of designed as an Uber bosser, because I did want to do all the Uber bosses in the game, because I'd never really gotten to do that before. I'm pretty new at this game. I've only been playing since everyone's favorite league, League of Calandra. So this is, I guess, my... Well, I didn't really play a lot in Crucible League, but played a lot in Calandra, and then played a lot this league. So this is really only my second league. Also first league playing Boneshatter, so I guess I should reduce this a bit. But yeah, Frenzy charges, 4 Endurance charges. I do have Onslaught as well on bosses. You see how I get that when I go over the gear. Fortify, Leeching, Flask, Rage is 1. Nearby enemies, Combat Rush. Here's the configuration if you want to see it. And this is about 12 to 13 million DPS on Uber Boss. I set it to Guardian Pinnacle, it goes up to like 40-ish. But as you'll see, the gear is kind of designed to take down Ubers. So, yep, let's go over the tree. Hopefully this video isn't too long, but turn this off. Yeah, I'll just go over the tree and the jewels for now. So we are Juggernaut, taking all the normal Juggernaut nodes, undeniable, unstoppable, unbreakable, untiring. Also we are precise technique, so we're not critting. I don't know how a crit Boneshatter would go, but I've heard that it's not very good. If you can make it work, I guess you need a lot of currency, which it might not be very SSF viable. So first jewel is actually the one I added most recently, because I didn't even think about doing this, but I'm combining Fire Song with... Where's the tattoos? This one. Tattoo of the Namahu Shaman, which basically reduces your ignite duration by 100%, which reduces all elemental ailment duration by 100%, so I'm getting my ailment immunity from this jewel here. I think you need 6 of them. Yeah, because, yeah, I guess, yeah, 6 of them. 6 or 5, one of those to get 100%. Increased effective onslaught on this node. It's normal Juggernaut pathing. Using some attribute tattoos, some life tattoos, ignite duration. Oh, and I'm using this loyalty tattoo. I don't really know how much it does, but I guess it's like whenever you take a crit from an enemy, this little guy spawns and then he prevents crit damage to you or something like that. So, I don't know. I guess it's better than any normal tattoo, so I just threw it on. Using some random strike range tattoos as well. This is the jewel I'm getting my mana leech from. I just figured that'd be better than pathing like over here or something like that. So just crafted this. Just reforge life on a jewel. Reforge life on a fractured jewel is like probably the easiest way to get any sort of good jewel in SSF with harvest. So. Yep, taking this node, these clusters here for our mana reservation, and I do have a large 8 passive cluster here. Brutal Infamy, Feed the Fury, Martial Prowess. I would like Feel the Fight, I guess, so I could get my mana leech there. Maybe use this Jewel Socket for something else, or drop it entirely and like path this way or something like that, but that's kind of hard to roll, so need like 6,000 alts on average, or like a bunch of what are they, attack fossils, which I don't have any because I used them all. But this one is pretty good, has attack speed on it, which is nice, and this node isn't terrible. It's just 40% damage pretty much increased, or no, I guess 60%, so it's not too bad. Using a Watcher's Eye with +2 Impale. I had a couple of them, so I just started corrupting them, and I got Reservation on one, which is kind of nice. I don't really need it, I don't think, but kind of cool. Also the Natural Affinity for Nature's Patience, and what this does is just gives you a bunch of less damage taken and double damage for each second you've been stationary. I thought that this wouldn't slow me down because of fucking Unstoppable, but I guess it does, so that kind of sucks, but it's not the biggest deal in the world. You just use like one Leap Slam, Frost Blink, and then all the vines are gone, which is good. Other than that, Iron Reflexes, which is huge, because it actually, and this is a new thing I think in the last couple leagues, which I learned from Garotha. This Unbreakable node actually works with Iron Reflexes on a hybrid armor evasion chest. So if you're a Juggernaut and you want highest amount of armor from your chest as possible, you actually do want an armor evasion chest, because that evasion rating gets converted to armor and then it gets doubled. So pretty huge to be running Iron Reflexes. It also makes gearing a lot easier, allows me to wear a lot more just pure evasion pieces and run spell suppression in every slot and still get a bunch of armor out of my gear, so pretty good. This Lethal Pride is actually very good. This is one of the most recent things I added actually. Before I was like not pathing into any of this stuff. I was just going over here, and I think I had like, what was it, this node, I think, but I cut this node out. I also cut this node out. So I could get some Fizz Taken As. This Lethal Pride has double Fizz Taken As right here and right here. It also has 20% armor, totem placement speed, which is not bad, honestly. And then 20% armor, 20 fire resistance, which I don't really need, but could be useful later. So we'll see. More attribute tattoos, ignite duration. And this is one of the coolest jewels I'm using actually, this, which I didn't even know existed until I was just dropped it off the ground and kind of read what it did. Well, I read what the upgraded version did, but basically what it does is it converts all cold resistance in its radius to spell suppression at 70% of its value. So you can combine that with tattoos, and you'll see here I'm getting 5% suppress from each cold res tattoo, which is pretty nice. I think I actually do, yeah, I need the cold res as well here, so pretty good. So this jewel is giving me 25% suppression. This is also a pretty good spot for it, because you can, in some cases, take this wheel here, which is accuracy and all resist, and as you see, this just adds 7% suppression here. So pretty good jewel to use, I think, especially if you want suppression and you're not on the left or on the right side of the tree, where you can get nodes like, or wheels like Inveterate and whatever this node is, spell suppression, mastery, and all that kind of stuff. So really helps with points on the tree and just capping suppression. Really good jewel. And then come over here for precise technique, some life, and then we come up here for Mage Bane, which is giving me like about 15 suppression or so. What's my dex? 226, yeah. And then all the skill effect duration wheel. Pretty good, just letting you stack up Boneshatter a lot more. I originally wanted to anoint this and just stay down here, but I kind of figured out this whole plan with the Green Nightmare path up here for Mage Bane and this, and it seemed to be really worth it in POB, so that's what I went with. I think I do need one Chaos Res tattoo to get me capped, yeah. so I'm using that. This is an int node, so I can't do cold res anyway on that node. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it for the tree. But I do need the leech on this jewel. So I actually did just find a really good impossible escape. As you'll see, it's worth a lot. Which it's the one for Supreme Ego, which allows you to take charisma, so you get like 24% mana reservation efficiency from a jewel socket and 2 points from this jewel. I don't really know how to use it though. I just got it like in the last hour or so. So maybe I'll start using that. Who knows? Yeah, that's pretty much it. I guess I'll go into the gear now. Let's see. Yeah, let's start with the gloves. These are pretty good gloves. I actually got pretty lucky crafting them. I am getting the cleave here on the gloves, which is another reason I just dropped this whole cleave cluster here, which this one gives you the same thing. Strikes additional target right there, so that's good. And I get 30% impale chance from these gloves, which is relevant because in order to put this enhance in my 6th link, I had to drop a gem and I dropped impale, so getting impale chance everywhere I can is pretty good, I guess. Fractured accuracy, just spammed attack speed essence till I hit T1 suppression, and then unveiled I got +2 melee gems, which I didn't even think about that would be good, but it's kind of nice because I can put my totem set up in here and my totems get +2 level, which is pretty good, and I get +2 meters strike range, which is awesome. And then I just crafted life and exalted, and I got tier 1 fizz, so pretty nice. Random 30 quality. Mage blood, of course. Attribute catalyst. These boots are kind of weak. They're not, the elemental amulets is obviously not doing anything for me right now, but if I get exactly what, ancestral vision, I guess, these boots become really good. So I don't know, I haven't really done anything with them. There's not really any suffixes I actually want from boots anyway, except for potentially chaos res, but I'm able to get chaos res capped without changing these boots, so I don't really know how I could improve these. Yeah, most of the mods on these boots are actually pretty fucking useless. I don't need the onslaught either. Just need the suppression, really. I guess life regen is somewhat useful with the does that work with the untiring? Yeah, I guess it does. So I guess the life regen is useful to some extent, so yeah, not too bad. And tier 1 fractured life, so pretty good. Let's see. Yeah, this ring, new addition. Oh, do I have to? Oh, I can exalt this ring. Let me do that real quick. But this is the first ring I dropped. It has, oh, okay, tier 2 fizz. I'll take that. Pretty good. Okay. This is the first ring I dropped that had fractured recoup, and luckily it was an amethyst ring, which is exactly what I needed. So life catalyst to bump the recoup up a bit and the flat life. So just what did I do for this? I think I just reforged chaos until I hit something useful, which was attributes in this case, which kind of whatever, but it was max roll chaos res, so third suffix isn't a huge deal. I guess I could get accuracy, but I don't really need accuracy. As you can see, my accuracy is 5481, so and my life is 4696, so I'm well above the precise technique threshold, so just wanted the attributes for whatever reason, just in case I needed them. Yeah, unveil chaos and crafted my mana cost, which is good. Boneshatter costs 4 mana, and I have 21 in reserve mana, so I do need that on 2 of my jewelry. Other ring is an unset ring. I just like this because I was a little bit low on gem sockets for what I needed to do. I'll go over the gems after the gear. Fractured tier 1 accuracy. What I did with this was I think I just reforged speed in the harvest bench until I hit tier 1 chaos res, which did kind of take a while, but pretty good ring. And it just came with T3 life naturally, so I didn't even Aisling this actually. I just crafted mana cost and went with it because T3 life is basically the same as Aisling life. So yeah, I am going to replace that ring though because I do have these suffixes, which yeah, let's actually just do that now because this is ready to go. I just farmed some divines from Sanctum, so. Let's do this. Hit this with the veiled. What did we get? Oh, did it fill? Yeah, it did fill. That's not great, actually. What I was doing here was I actually just reforged life until I hit where I was reforging chaos and life. It's kind of rough to get the recoup on the suffix unless you get it fractured like on this one. So reforge life, reforge chaos. I did hit this one off of a reforged life, I believe. But this kind of sucks actually because it filled up and might have to go for an annul here. After I unveil. Let's see if I unveil the mana cost. Yeah, I did not unveil the mana cost, so.
Keep your eyes
Oops.
Exile.
Let's go for an annul, I guess. Okay, good. That is good. I also did not want that shitty tier of life on there. Now let's do it again. I didn't think I'd be crafting there in this video, but hey. And we break again. What the fuck? Holy shit. You're supposed to block mana on rings, right? Jeez Louise. Okay, well. I think it didn't fill this time at least. I basically just need mana cost and life on the prefixes, and I'm happy. Oh, whoops. Gotta actually use the Veil Chaos first. Okay, good. Okay, there we go. Mana cost. Yeah, because this recoup stat is very, very important actually. Okay, good. Alright, and that's an upgrade there. Still, yeah, we're still well above. So I just gained a bunch of recoup, which is nice. And Chaos Res exactly capped at that one tattoo, so perfect. And guess I can exalt real quick, huh? Mana. Crap. Okay, well, yep, there are the rings. Now I have recoup on both, which is awesome. Life and mana modifiers. Very good. Chest piece is really good chest piece, actually. This is one of my best items. So what I did was I just found this off the ground, 7% tier 2 fizz damage reduction, fractured. I think you need 86 for tier 1, so this is pretty much the best you're going to get, and this is one of the best bases as well. I think I blessed orbed it like a couple times to get, what is this base, like I don't even know, it's probably like an 80% base, but good enough for me. I use the Onslaught essence, which is horror, I believe. Chest piece, body art, no, it's insanity. Yeah, insanity. Which is fucking, it's so good, it's really good, because you just get Onslaught as soon as you attack anything, so it basically gives you perma Onslaught, this chest piece, which is awesome, because it says when hit, so that means your own Boneshatter hitting you is proccing Onslaught, so if you're ever attacking anything, you always have Onslaught. I rolled that until I hit T2 Suppress, which is the highest you can get on a 85 base, cannot get tier 1. Divined it later, actually, it was 17%. I didn't need it to be max, but then I did divine it later. And then what I did was to get the prefixes, which still are not perfect. I would prefer, yeah, what I would prefer is T1 flat, I guess you can't get T1 on 85, so T2 flat. And then crafted Gravicious mod, Fizz taken as, double Fizz taken as for 12% Fizz taken as, but I had a little incident. I was going to use all my, where are they? All this stuff to try to do that. And I had greater determ and greater increased aura effects, so I hit it with a couple of orbs and my determ went perfect, so I can no longer affect the prefixes without getting this determ off, which the determ perfect is pretty fucking nice, so I think I'll just leave it as is for now, unless I want to craft a better chest piece, or maybe if I can hit greater with Searing Exarch eventually, I'll use a couple of orbs, get them both to, or get the increased aura a little higher, and then once the Searing Exarch is higher, I can use some of these bad boys, Eldritch Chaos and Nulls and all that stuff to try to get prefixes I want. But for now, I can't get Gravicious on there, so that sucks, I guess. But it is what it is. Still giving me almost 4,000 armor base, which is awesome. Just hitting that hybrid, flat, and then crafted percent armor and evasion. So pretty good. As you can see, my armor is at 180k. If I take this off, I go to 68k. So a lot of armor from that thing. Necklace. This is probably my worst piece. This is actually a Rog amulet, funnily enough, that I've been wearing pretty much the entire game because I don't really know what you're supposed to go for on a necklace. As Boneshatter, I just have no idea. Elemental damage with attacks is dead stat, but the rest of the amulet's pretty nice. Plus one all, max life, chaos res, some dex, and some lightning res. If anyone knows of a better amulet to wear, obviously ashes would be best, but I'm SSF, so I don't have an ashes. Let me know. And I'm allocating Whispers of Doom, which I'll explain when I go into the gems. Helmet, really good helmet. Fractured Suppression, which I actually have gotten like 3 of those this league. I have a few more, so they're in there somewhere. But Fractured Suppression, just hit that with the Loathing Essence. Yeah, Loathing Essence until I hit 2-1 accuracy or something else good. And it rolled pretty high, which is good. Hit it with the Veiled Chaos and hit plus 2 AoE, which is nice because I have all my auras in here, which is great. Crafted Life and slammed on tier 8 evasion, which is great. So, awesome. For the implicits, recoup, physical recoup, amazing. And unique enemy Fizz taken as fire, which is also amazing. So, I actually did try to craft a interesting helmet here. As you can see, I have double elevated helmet here and triple influence mod. But put into POB, this helmet would give me more damage from the elevated Fizz increased. Nearby enemies take 12% increased Fizz, but it just wasn't worth losing the suppression. So yeah, kind of just gave up. Wasted a lot of divines and fucking awakener orbs and shit on this, but I had nowhere else to use my awakener orbs and orbs of dominance, so I figured I'd try to craft something cool. Did not end up working out, but it is what it is. So yep, probably won't do anything like that in the future with this sort of build. I'll just go with suppression on the helmet because I kind of need it. So yeah, that's the helmet. And here's the weapon. This weapon is insanely good. Probably one of the best SSF weapons that anyone has in the game right now. If I had to guess, I think I got the base out of a ritual, 83 Despot Axe. I was crafting using every contempt essence I had on it and trying to hit a hybrid to hit some sort of good axe, and I never got one, so farmed up a fracturing orb. I hit it with the fracture, and I hit it on the first try, which was great. I even divided first, which was worth it, 100%, would do again. And then it was another week of probably just farming essences, probably used a few hundred contempts before I hit max roll T3 with almost max roll essence, so I had to keep that. I didn't want to go for an Aisling with that good of a fracture. That would have been the easy route, just essence and then go for Aisling Fizz, but I wanted to go for something better than Aisling Fizz since it was such a good fracture. Yep, and then it came with fire res as well on the suffix. Went for 1 AUG speed, and I hit tier 2 attack speed, which I later divined to 25%. Fire is still on there, which, do I even need it right now? I don't need it right now, but yeah, I may go. I have not gone for the Ace-Ling yet on this because I'm scared of losing the attack speed, and I don't have any more. Don't have any more of the Sacred Life Force, so if I Ace-Ling off the attack speed and then I reforge speed and fill the item, it could break the entire item, but I might go. I might just do it anyway because it's the end of league, so we'll see. Might make another video about that. But yeah, pretty insane axe, 1120 DPS. Oh, I also farmed the Heist Enchant. Took about a day of farming all my blueprints, and I hit this on the second Tempering Orb, which, yeah, 2 Tempering Orbs does take about a full day to farm, because they're pretty fucking rare. You probably get 1 out of, like, I don't know, 1 every 10 blueprints you might get a Tailoring or a Tempering Orb, so 1 out of every 20 blueprints you'll get a Tempering Orb, something like that. So yeah, pretty fucking rare. First one I hit was like some white socket shit, and then hit this one, which is perfect because I only need 1 green. I just turn 1 white, and we're totally good. Yeah, and that's all the gear, I think. Flasks, I already talked about armor, attack speed, curses, and this is where I'm getting corrupted blood immunity on one of my flask suffix. So yeah, no, I don't even need resist on my flask since I'm using Topaz, Ruby, Sapphire. So really good, and these all help with the fizz converted to elemental damage, which I do want more of. I would like fizz taken as on the helmet, and I would like fizz taken as on the chest if I can get it. So that would be 2 upgrades that would be pretty easy to get. Yep. I guess let's go into gems now. So the Virgin Boneshatter. This I hit on the, I think it was like the 5th or no, I think it was the 4th regrading lens. So I was pretty happy about that. I actually did just get another random one out of a heist that I didn't even use a lens on. So corrupted it, went to 23. It doesn't really matter. But it is hitting the breakpoint for 2 attack speed per trauma from level 4 enhance, which I got off Uber Maven. Actually dropped an Awaken Enhance and a Progenesis on the same kill, which was probably the highlight of the league. This league, it's kind of crazy, because I needed both of them. Those are the 2 things I wanted the most off Uber Maven, and they dropped both on the same kill, which is crazy. Fortified Support, level 21. Divergent Close Combat. Brutality, somehow I don't have an Awakened Brutality, even though I have, like, infinity fucking Awakened Gems. So, normal Brutality, and Awakened Melee Fizz. Yep. Ours I'm running are Pride, Determination, Anomalous Enlighten, which is actually important because my int is pretty low. I think I could run normal Enlighten, but allows me to like tattoo my int nodes and stuff like that. And Arctic Armor, as well as Dread Banner for more Impale chance. Also a nice defense thing. Nearby enemies have less accuracy rating, so I think Dread Banner is probably the best banner for me to run. But I guess I think I put into POB and stuff. So yep, there's the R's, 4 R's. What else are we running? Frostblink, Ancestral Cry, Blood Rage. I don't need the Frenzy charges off of Blood Rage, but still gives you a good amount of attack speed, so it would be nice. Obviously, Anomalous Blood Rage would be one of my biggest upgrades for this build, because then I can draw Whispers of Doom. Then I'm running double Curse, but we'll get into that in a second. Blood Rage and Leaf Slam. Do not need faster attacks with Leaf Slam at this point. With Divergent Boneshatter, your attack speed gets so high. It's just totally not necessary, so you can drop that. Here's the totem setup. We have War Chief, Phantasmal Protector, which is a huge DPS upgrade to get this all quality gem. I did get a few of these, so I tried to corrupt them. Didn't get any to 21, unfortunately, but got one to go up in quality, which is nice. I'm trying to get a Vol War Chief, so I'm working on that for now. I've not used Vol War Chief. I've heard it's good, but yeah, that would be something that would probably be good for the build. Multiple totems, and Culling Strike is on my totems, which is pretty nice to have for Ubers. So yeah, Here's the other 5 link, which is a good 5 link. We have Life Tap, Anomalous Vulnerability, which is slightly better than normal vulnerability. Even at level 20, it's still slightly better than 21 normal vulnerability, which is nice, but not a huge deal. Poacher's Mark, which is actually the way I'm getting frenzy charges on bosses. It's not very consistent, but it is nice. Yeah, Anomalous Blood Rage would be a lot better, and I could drop Whispers of Doom. I could even anoint Panopticon at that point, and then I save 4 points on the tree, and I could do with that something, whatever I want. So that would probably be a good upgrade, but obviously Anomalous Blood Rage is really hard to get, so I'm doing this for now to get frenzy charges on bosses. Poacher's Mark, Vulnerability, Anomalous cast when damage taken. I don't think you really need Anomalous here. I don't think it matters at all. Actually, maybe I should just use level 21 normal, and then I'd be able to use level 21 curses, but I don't know. And then Vol Molten Shell. Yeah, probably should get a quality one, but it is what it is. I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, if anyone has anything that they would suggest that would be an improvement, please let me know. I'm always trying to learn. I'm very new at the game, so yeah, if you liked the video, leave a like, subscribe. Thanks for watching.